What up, guys? Welcome to our Fangirlz Assemble plus Reid.
Hey!
Honorary fangirl.
I did it.
Sometimes I wish we had like a cute little like intro tune. But it'd also be too much work.
Reid.
I have a guitar over there.
You could do it right now.
Next time. Otherwise, we'll be in this room.
That's true, and I will knock over everything in this room.
Yeah, that's true. Also,
none of it will make it.
I can't do another like show where I'm just laugh crying the entire time. That's what happens when you show up. It's just dangerous.
That's all I try to do.
And everyone thinks that we're high. Yeah, straight edge.
This
just
is my
kidding, I'm not straight edge. But like,
I am nailed to that X.
I don't know why I said Reid is like I do drugs. I don't.
I don't. I'm allergic. Excuse. Pass me the blood. No, I'm sorry. My lungs can't handle it. Allergic to trees too. Oh, anyways, weird opening. Hi, everybody.
We should be
here to talk about, first of all and foremost, InStockTrades.com.
It's where you can get probably every book we're talking about. Most of them, at least.
What's In Stock Trades?
You could get an amazing.
What? It's a website.
Is it?
Yeah, and you can buy books for up to 50% off.
What's 50% off?
All right. Books. And it's going to blow your mind. If you spend at least $50 US, you can get free shipping.
In the US. It's amazing. I said this last time, but today, was it earlier today? Really? Last night. Last night, we were opening boxes that we'd neglected, right? And one of them was an IST box that was a present for my dad. Spoilers, Dad.
We were an IST box.
What?
Nothing. I'm just correcting you.
Well, stop.
We're fine.
So, anyway, I opened this present for my dad. Okay, the side of the box has a ginormous hole in it.
Yep.
That clearly someone tried to tape over. I don't know, someone at the post office, I don't know.
Nobody tried to tape over it.
Well, it looked really bad.
It was just like someone hulked into it.
It looked like a punch. It really did.
Mm-hmm.
So I was terrified, and I took it all out, and it was in that new bubble wrap stuff they've been using.
Love it.
Which is really nice. People shouldn't complain, because guess what? All the books are totally fine. So there you go, Dad. You're going to have good books. And that's what you can rely on with InStockTrades.com. They're going to get you your books.
It's true.
And they're not going to be messed up. It's great.
That should just be like their weird tagline. We're going to get your books.
Yeah. And we're not going to be like Amazon and put maybe a thing of bubble wrap, maybe a bubble.
Or just...
or nothing.
My favorite is the envelope. Yeah. Just it's fine.
We'll throw a trade paperback in an envelope and see how it gets to you.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. There was some bubble wrap. It was like a bubble envelope, so...
Yeah, it's not good.
So before we get to our picks for 2020, which is what we're talking about, we have a couple of comments in chat we'll get to. Jesse asked, what kind of guitar, Reid?
It's a Gibson acoustic. It's one of the jumbo bodies. It was my great uncle's. I don't know that much about it, other than it's big.
You heard it here, folks.
We heard it.
Don't let that fool you, though. Reid knows too much about guitars, so just not that one.
Mm-mm. He needs to play it like this for the fans, okay?
Oh, Kristan. I see.
I gotta be humble. I only know 3 chords.
He's trying to give that himbo energy that's really popular right now, okay?
I see.
Kenneth got animatronic Baby Yoda.
Ooh.
And Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Star Wars Squadron. It's great.
Great deal, Kenneth.
I really want animatronic Baby Yoda really bad. After you held it, I was like...
I need to play with it more.
I'm staring at it. It's in here.
We do get Reid tonight. It's great. He's graces with his presence. And Eric asked about thoughts on Wonder Woman 84. I liked it overall, and I still have some problems with it, but I still liked it.
That's good.
Pacing-wise, I think could be better. That's my non-spoiler review of Wonder Woman 84.
Fantastic.
Also,
I wondered.
The beginning did make me ship Cheetah and Wonder Woman a lot. So I want Kristan to watch it just for that, so she can be like, yeah, I agree.
I mean, I love Kristen Wiig, so.
Yeah, I kept looking around. I was like, this was gay, right? That was, they were going to go on a date, right? That's what happening. But yeah. So our picks of 2020. That's what this is. It was
Yeah.
hard to find out because Reid and I don't use Goodreads. Kristan's much more organized. If I didn't have YouTube, I would have no idea what happened this year. No
Yep.
clue.
That honestly sounds like a blessing.
I have no sense of time. I don't remember when I've read things, and I forget things after I read them sometimes, which is actually fun because
I
it's
do that
a
too.
fresh new experience.
Yeah, it is fun.
So, Kristan, do you want to lead with the categories, or
Yeah, want to go down the line? Because we
Yeah.
both have the same list.
I organized on my Google Docs.
Oh,
Fantastic.
I did not.
I see the fear in your eyes.
I sent you the list, but it's fine. You'll hear
It's not organized. You texted me the list.
Yeah, it's in the order I sent Maddie.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Why are
worry.
we
I
fighting?
think I like that you're confused. It makes it more fun.
It's what I'm good at.
It makes me feel way more prepared because usually it's me fucking everything up. Like I
I'm not
overread
even-
reader, not reading the correct thing, and no one's ever gonna let me live that down now. So
Well, that was another show, though, right?
yeah, it's not this show.
Yeah, so
Always
who cares
prepared.
about that? Yeah. All right, so we're going to start with favorite publisher. I think this one is no surprise to anyone what I chose, which is First Second, still. Another
Yeah.
year in a row, you know?
I can't choose another one, really. It's gonna be my favorite publisher always, even if like when I think about favorite collected editions by a publisher, it wouldn't be First Second. It would be Dark Horse forever and always with library editions.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing like First Second for me. The books I get from them make me really happy. I feel like they're very like, I don't know, just very character driven and unique and fun in the sea of comic books.
I think that's the big thing. When I think of a favorite publisher, I'm like, okay, who can I rely on? I can think of one First Second book I've read in the past like few years that I didn't
There was
like.
one that we didn't like, right?
Yeah, there's like one or two maybe, which
I don't remember what
as
it
far
was.
as how much we read is not a lot at all.
No.
It's very consistent. If something comes out and we're both like, that looks like we're going to love it, we usually love it. So that's the easy one to pick.
Yeah.
Reid will have something different.
Well, no, I was gonna say I think First Second is mine, but I think tied with it is Top Shelf.
Okay.
Just because I think is great, and I didn't read shit this year, so I'm just on here for fun mainly.
You read stuff.
I read some stuff, but it's a stretch. But I really liked. I think Top Shelf is very similar to First Second in the types of books they put out, the quality of the books they put out. They care about it being an entire package, much like First Second. I think I look at them. They're smaller. I mean, I know they're a branch of IDW, but they're still smaller. Whereas like First Second's a branch of Macmillan, which is big boys. So
It's big boys.
yeah. So that's just. But yeah, I just wanted to mention Top Shelf.
Good deal.
Yeah, I feel like the only publisher that I would have shouted out if I picked up the most recent run of everything would be TKO. But I'm slacking. I didn't pick up the Wave 3.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I forgot they existed.
I need to. I love them.
Well,
But
and
we
that's hard.
also got the last ones for free. And so like,
Yeah.
You know, I'm not made of money right now.
Well, and that's hard with them because we've talked about their price point. It is difficult to get
But
behind.
it's worth it. I mean, it's very good.
They're very nice. Yeah, that's true.
I just want them to give it to us again.
We'll have to contact them.
You just send an email.
That could work.
Yeah, just tell them we love the banks and everybody wanted to fight us about it. The end.
Like we'll see that movie.
Yeah, are you kidding? Absolutely.
Yeah.
All t-shirts.
Yeah, we like,
I'm like,
the comic.
you just like, there's nothing wrong with this female doctor hitting on her pregnant patient. Done.
Fight me, and then
Right. It's just really long. It's like,
I just want to mention that the sentence you said sounded very problematic, even though
it is.
there's nothing wrong with this lady doctor hitting on this pregnant patient. Just that out of context.
Up on the back because she stopped being her doctor before she hit on her.
There you go.
Boom. There you go. There you gotta frame it.
Yeah.
It's gotta be framed in the correct way.
Love it.
And yeah. Yeah, that's better. I feel better about being in this video now.
Lloyd, first, second books are soft on the face consistently.
Yeah.
That's true.
Either like hardcover or paperback. They're all very soft on the face.
They are very nice. Yeah.
Has there ever been a first, second book with a dust jacket?
We're like looking around like.
What about Dragon Hoops? Is that not a dust jacket?
Oh,
Yeah,
that does
yeah.
have a dust jacket.
Yeah.
But that dust jacket feels like a basketball.
That's really cool.
It's
It's
weird
like-
to the face. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's all like touchy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because I was hoping that the answer was no because they were smarter than that, but no, never mind.
I mean, that's a cool gimmicky dust jacket, though. I can
That's
get
true.
behind that.
Yeah. I like some dust jackets if done well.
Yeah, I agree.
Which we'll get to when we get to favorite pretty book.
There
Oh
you go.
yeah, pretty book.
That's a category I named.
Yep. Imagine that.
All right, so next is favorite ongoing series.
I'll start this one. Don't have one.
Great.
Perfect.
Great read. All right. Well, I picked Heartstopper.
Ooh,
Alice
I
knows
still
about-
need to get it. I
There's-
know.
3 of these volumes out right now. The 4th is coming out next year. It is a webcomic, so you can check it out online. And it's just fantastically, consistently lovely. And it deals with a lot of important issues. And I really love it. So I'm very much looking forward to more of these. There were a lot that I wanted to pick, including my honorable mentions, which are Avant-Garde's consistently great
Mhm.
still, and Moonstruck, which is also consistently great.
So it was hard for me to choose. Snot Girl continues to be my top just because I was reading it since like when I first got started in the comics because it's come out around the same time, and I still love it. And I remembered that it came out this year. If I remembered, I looked it up. I bought it this year. I think second is Critical Role because I really surprisingly really liked that. And honorable mentions, Kanto.
Yeah,
and-
we're counting that as ongoing.
isn't it ongoing technically?
I know they continued it.
That boy's still posting on Instagram.
I think
Yeah, I
it's
get-
ongoing.
Okay. That's a great. one.
I just meant ongoing as in like we'll eventually get more and it's not done.
Yeah, that's good.
And Invisible Kingdom by J. Willow Wilson because I really like that. Because a lot of the other things I like are like kind of one and done's ish, and I'm not counting like DC ongoings because it just they don't feel like ongoings when they switch authors. So
Sure. That's fair.
I'm too scared to do ongoing. I think for me it has to be like a thing. Like
already done.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm scared.
Well, I think that's fair because it's like I'm a manga fan, so like it's hard for me to read ongoings because one, I'm gonna forget to catch up, and two, like what if it gets canceled or and I never get my resolution, which happens even with American comics, right?
Yeah.
And American comics, it's like sometimes ongoing, they're gonna switch the artist on you for no reason or the writer, and you're like, no.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
remember. I always just think of every time I would think about doing it because, like, me and Kristan have talked about doing 20th Century Boys, like multiple times, and I'm always terrified because it's like I remember the 2 years it took me to read Monster, just because.
Well, that's not ongoing though, so at least you have a definite end.
No, I know, but it's so long. Like,
Watch the movies.
no.
Oh, they're so good.
I know.
I just want somebody to watch those movies for me.
I'm
I'm the only one I know that's watched them.
Oh.
I will totally watch
They're
that.
really good.
I mean, you're in it for the art. I know that. So
Yeah, that, and I don't, if it's not something I've seen 30 times or Shark Tank, I'm not watching it.
I like that.
yeah.
Just
Yeah, that's fair.
hands down.
All right. Well, the next category, favorite. I should have read this sooner. I love this category that I made up
It's great.
I feel like there's so many I always get to like in the next year, like many years later, where I'm like, why did this take me so long? And I kept going back to this one. So it's like this has to be it because I finally this year read Uzumaki.
Oh God, so good.
And I was like, why did I take this long? I mean, it's been sitting on my shelf for years. And it was worth every creepy minute, every praise everyone gives it. Amazing, of course, as always. I loved it. But yeah, I was like, why did I take so long to read this? This is the one.
Yeah, I felt the same way when I first picked it up because I was like, it was just 2 years ago, and I love Japanese horror, and I'm like, wait a second, why did I not? For me this year, and I'm sure there's another one I haven't remembered because all the time I'll read something and be like, where has it been all my life? And then never remember what it was that I said. But Black Hammer was that for me. Because it's so good. And it just checks all my boxes of stuff I like. Superhero stuff, but not in a regular superhero world.
You literally will see them go to the grocery store.
That's what I love.
Love that.
It's great.
I need to read that.
You do.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
See, for me, this is something that no one's gonna know about. So my boy Tom Neely, who's one of my favorite people, did this book called The Blot back in 2007. And it was like his first book. And I've loved Tom Neely's work for a really long time. He did The Humans that's on Image, and he did Henry and Glenn Forever, and all that stuff. But this is like the first book he did, like right out of the gate, and he like won an Ignatz for it and a bunch of stuff. But like, it's super good. It's almost like Popeye-y type art. And it's about, I don't know what it's about, so don't ask me that. But there's like this weird blot thing, and I'm trying to find pages where there's no penises because for some reason, quite a few penises. And there's like barely any words, which I think is neat.
Oh, I like that.
And it's just really cool. Like, let me find a good one with no penis. Like, I like this sequence where it's like, you know, he's going to try, there's the story, but then the ink is taking over, and it's like, what's that? And then there's, you know, dead bodies and stuff. It's really neat. And it's like super old, and I don't know why I didn't read it sooner, because Tom Neely's right.
I mean, you already convinced me, so.
Everyone
his art's really great.
Yeah, Tom Neely's great. He did all the art for the last podcast on the left book.
Okay.
Yeah, he did all the paintings and stuff for that.
Cool.
And yeah, that's it. I don't think he hasn't done a lot of other stuff. He's just slaving away.
Yeah.
Nice.
Before we go to the next section, I just wanted to catch up on comments. Jessica said that for her, Miss Marvel has been the most consistent ongoing.
Nice.
In her life, which I need to catch up. I usually just buy it as like the larger collected editions come up. And she said that Black Hammer was her should have. And Hayden said that for the why it takes long to read this is One Piece. So yes. Good. Next section. Favorite pretty book.
Yeah. A pretty book. Am I going? You want me to go?
Go ahead. I wrote down like 4 things.
Hellsing Deluxe by Dark Horse.
It's pretty.
It's so pretty. It feels nice. There's that nice what's that called, Reid?
Debossed.
Okay. Cross, which is nice. I mean the spine.
No, debossed.
The pages are nice and not glossy. We love that. And there's a ribbon.
It's pronounced debossed.
And there's a great ribbon. It's just so lovely seeing this on the shelf. I like it a lot. And it was just so nice to read. It lays open very, very well. Mm-hmm. All in all, a pretty book. There's so many to pick from.
Does it have a ribbon in there?
Yes,
Ooh.
It does. I mean,
it's got no dust jacket, ribbon, and flops.
Yeah,
it's the hat trick. It's the
everything, and it feels good to the hand. It's very nice.
Pleasant to the touch. I see.
So my number 1 is Absolute Swamp Thing. No question. Yeah. I think it's the prettiest
book. It's like fuzzy, right?
It's fuzzy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I'm so in love with that book. It's just so pretty everywhere. But honorable mentions, Venus in the Blind Spot, which I mentioned because you and I consistently kept pulling the Just Jack out to be like, look.
That's a good one.
In like 3 or 4 different episodes. We
kept doing it.
Like, look at it again. It's an eyeball. But you see, this is, you guys.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Also Harleen, because I forgot that came out this year, or that I bought it this year.
With that nice, like,
it's a nice dust jacket. Cool. And I hate dust jackets. And Rose of Versailles, because it was really pretty. And that's what we bought it. I haven't read it. Yeah. It's really pretty.
That's probably the prettiest as far as that word. Like, it is legitimately probably the prettiest.
It's very pretty.
Very Versace.
Yeah.
It's like the Rose of Versace.
Christina said Lady Killer Library Edition is her pretty book of the year.
That's pretty
also book. A great one.
You could probably just say that library editions are the most consistent pretty books.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's true. Because I'd say Harrow County, the spines in particular, lining up to make that tree.
And it's a soft book.
Yeah, they feel nice.
Yeah, library editions are my favorite type of collected edition. I'd rather have a library edition over any like omnibus or.
Well, and the price point is there. I mean,
yeah, and they still fit in the shelf nice. Like absolutes are beautiful, but they don't quite fit on the shelf well. Someone asked about our shelves, by the way. Let me answer this. Great show, guys. Weird question of the day here. What shelving do you use to house your collection? I use Billy's.
We use the Kallax.
And if you aren't familiar with that, it's all IKEA terms. All the collectors go to IKEA.
That's true. We travel there because we do not have one nearby.
But
also we have a good, like if you don't have an IKEA around, the Walmart Better Home and Gardens shelves that are the cubes are also really nice. We have a one that's like that nice gray color. Mm-hmm. We have one of those too, and it's just as good as the Kallax from IKEA.
Oh yeah. We have some of the smaller ones.
I also use record crates.
Ooh, that's good too.
That's true. We have some like really. You have to get the high quality ones though.
Yeah, you can't get.
If you go to like, if you go to a hardware store, usually they're real flimsy, but like we have some nice sturdy ones.
Yeah, those ones that you would buy in the box, like they're like, we're not building this for you. Those ones,
they're bad.
Yeah.
Don't. Mine came built. Yeah.
Hayden also said that his prettiest book is the 11th Doctor Library Edition with the Alex John cover, Alice John cover. Her art's beautiful. I really like it. That's what I got.
Nice.
I don't know why this was necessary.
I have a pretty. Did you pick one? I did. It's the bone big thing that I got.
Yeah.
Ooh,
because
I still need to read it.
It's you idiot.
Don't call her that.
Why are you being? No, she's being stupid.
It's true.
And a part of me wants to show the signature, but it's a touchy subject in our marriage.
Okay, you can show it.
It's okay.
You don't have to bring our weird things.
Oh, I have to because we're fighting.
I want to know.
But no, so he signed it and sketched a Lucius, to which my wife said, "Why?" Because I asked for
I would have picked Bartleby 100%. So
sure. Secondly, it says to Reid and not to Reid and Kristan.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I showed it to him and everything. I was like, he's doing these signatures. You have to get this. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, I'll order it right now. He's like, I'll order. I was like, okay, great. Then it was just to you. And I was like, what?
To be fair,
that spine, because that's a good spine.
To be fair, I ordered it.
Ooh.
So, you could put in the notes. You had to write it.
That's full color.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm a sucker for the black and white of Bone, and but like, I mean, Kristan said that she would have hated it if she read it in black and white. But
it's way better in color.
It
just is. Also, that has a ribbon, so that is a really nice addition.
Ribbon.
Oh, I like that. I want that.
That's
nice.
It's probably really hard to read like this, like. Because I read it in, like, the dictionary, like the soft cover floppy dictionary type one. Mm-hmm. And it's really tough to read like that in, like, a giant volume.
Yeah.
But we also have, like, the individual scholastic editions, and that's how Kristan read it, which I feel like is probably way easier. Which
are full color. I will say anyone who wants an affordable way to get into it, they're full color. They're probably at your local library, because they're, like, everywhere.
Scholastic.
The Scholastic ones. And also, I think we got half of them at a half-price books. So, I mean, you can get them
All of them
readily
at
available
half-price
for
books.
very
Yeah,
cheap.
because I feel like I've seen that everywhere.
Option. Yeah.
Yeah, we got
And
them
they're good.
all at half price. We were just like slowly collecting them.
Christina says, "Wow, and you two are still married after that?" LOL. I asked for the Red Dragon and left my husband off the signature also, so I can't really judge.
I mean, Red Dragon is better than Lucius, so there's that. That's a good signature.
And letters and numbers. TJM says, "My praise book for 2020 is Absolute Fourth World by Jack Kirby, Volume 1.
That's a pretty
Nice.
one. Yeah, that was a really nice one. All right,
Next
so
category.
favorite Marvel.
This was hard.
This was hard. This was difficult.
It wasn't for me. Would you like me to go first?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Strange Tales. Strange
Oh,
Tales
yeah.
2. It's written back that way. So anybody who knows anything or doesn't know anything about me, you can probably guess I'm not a big 2 person. And I read like 0 big 2, but I read this because I like everybody who made stuff on it. And I think this is a really cool and great way to introduce people to like artists that they've probably never heard of, because it's all like independent people doing stories, like, you know, short little 3-4 page stories of characters that you know. And I think it's great. Like Jeffrey Brown, Farrell Dalrymple. There's another one with Jim Rugg, Raphael Grandpa. Anyway, it's great. I absolutely loved it, and I read it, which is surprising.
I added it to my list immediately when you showed it, so there it is. It's in my cart
Yeah.
because that looks great.
So I ultimately went with Star Wars by Jason Aaron.
Ooh.
Because it was so good. It was probably another one of those why did I wait so long? But you know, because you and I read and reviewed it, Maddie, and it was just so good. I can keep saying it was so good. I loved every minute of it, and it flew by because I read it in the omnibus too, and that was probably the quickest omnibus I've ever read, and it's a chonker. So
I'd like to go back and read it, or at least schedule for us to read Darth Vader, one of the others.
Yeah.
Now that I've watched some more Star Wars,
I was gonna say it'd probably make like it mean something else.
I think it would mean more now.
Yeah.
And I want to read Kanan because I started Star Wars Rebels, and it's good.
I want to read it too,
It's
but
good.
I haven't even watched. I need to watch those things.
I like it more than Clone Wars so far. But my favorite Marvel for this year, it was hard to choose because Ironheart was really up there because I read that for the first time this year by Eve Ewing, and I really, really liked it. But I think for me, it'll go to Silver Surfer by Dan Slott, that omnibus. I loved that. It was crazy pants and not what I expected. And it was a beautiful love story. And the art was just really wild and psychedelic and cool. Yeah. And I really, really liked it.
I'm sad forever I don't have that Omni.
Me too. Well, now that I've read it, because when it came out, I was like, who cares about Silver Surfer? And then I read it and I was like, look at this beautiful love story with this woman with like this ladybug dress and this silver naked man. They're so happy. It's like Doctor Who, basically.
That's what everybody says, yeah.
And I was like, that's all I need. Perfect.
Nice.
Hayden says to read Vader by Soul. I will, but I need to read the other one first.
I plan to.
And Jessica said finish the second half of Aaron's Thor in 2020, so it's got to be Thor. If I read Thor this year, I'd say Thor, because so far that's like, to me, it's like Marvel Cosmic Saga, and then Jason Aaron's Thor, and then ladies. All the ladies.
Yeah.
All the ladies books.
Nice.
Favorite DC?
Yeah. This one was weirdly hard for me too. I was like,
we read some this year.
Well, everybody always says you don't read DC. I'm like, I've read actually more DC this year than Marvel, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I've read a lot of DC.
You hate DC.
Apparently.
It's because you don't understand it.
That must be it.
You don't like it. You don't understand it.
My big honorable mention was Shadow of the Batgirl, which is the DC young adult line. It's so good. It's so good.
That's the Nicole Goo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great. You should read it, Reid. You'll like it.
I know. I like her. I need to read it.
Yeah, she's great. But my ultimate favorite was Gotham Central. And
nice.
that could have fit under the category of why'd I wait so long to read this too. But so good. So good.
It does fit our taste.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Because crime is there, and the superheroes weren't really part of it.
That's right. That's right.
That's always great. It was hard for me to choose, so I have 3. Even though I didn't read as much DC this year as I usually do. And I thought Wonder Woman by Gale would be at the top, but it wasn't really. Like, I really like it a lot, but Superman Smashes the Klan. Fantastic book.
One. Yes.
Fantastic. 10 out of 10 for me. Far Sector, also a 10 out of 10. It was just, I mean, seeing an Afro-futuristic, sci-fi fantasy, that's just cool. I really liked it, and I really like her, and she's so stylish and basically Janelle Monáe, but in space, and I think that's great. And, gay, which is cool. And then Animal Man by Jeff Lemire was so good. I never thought I'd care about this character, and he made the story was great, and the world was grotesque and weird.
So weird.
It was so weird.
So good. Yeah.
Love that run.
Yeah.
Like, I just want more Animal Man, and I want more Swamp Thing, and I need more of this whole, the red and the green, whatever. So that was my top 3.
Love it.
For DC.
Read is nothing, right?
I didn't read it.
Got it.
I will say, I'm really excited because I want to read Wonder Woman Dead Earth. And that's the only DC book I've been excited about.
There you go, Christina got it.
That's right.
We all have to read it together.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
That's my boy.
Jessica, why forget about Far Sector? But yes, Space Janelle Monáe. Hayden's favorite DC was a tie between Harleen, Adventures of the Super Sons, and Golden Age Wonder Woman. I can't believe you read Golden Age Wonder Woman.
I want to point out that the biggest way that I think I realize that I'm not a big 2 person is literally every time I see WW, I'm like, why are we talking about World War? Like,
oh yeah.
Like, why did someone watch World War 84? Like, that's literally what my mind thought the entire time.
Fair.
I just want to point that out.
Christina says that Hellblazer by Spurrier has been really good. Said it got canceled. And Eric's talking about Hawkman, which I always love people justify a book as saying there's no reason it should have been as good as it was. Then I'm interested, because I feel that way about a lot of things, where I'm like, this shouldn't have been good. Because I have zero interest in Hawkman. Zero. But that one sentence, okay. I'll read it.
I'm going to use that sentence later in our list.
I'm just going to say that's 90% of everything I read is this should not have been good for every reason possible, but it was great. Yeah. Like,
I love that descriptor too.
Yeah.
Just definitely immediately I'm like, oh, I got to read it then. I
feel that way. Like, if you say about movies or video games, books all counts. Mm-hmm. Like, I love DC's Descendants. It should have been good. It should have been. Favorite image. I only wrote one because I couldn't remember other image books I've read this year. I'm sure I have. But this is the only one that came to mind as I was looking through, which is Ice Cream Man.
Nice.
Yeah. I really liked it. It was weird.
It was so weird. And fun.
It's really, really weird. But it was my type of weird.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Very, very Junji Ito, very like horror anthology sort of feeling, with like a kind of a main characters that you see throughout. Mm-hmm. Tales of the Crypt kind of deal. Like, I love stuff like that. So
really well done, unique book. I picked another one that I thought was very well done and unique, and that's Crowded. Forever. Thank you, Steven, because Crowded. I'm so much looking forward to the next volume. Hopefully that's next year. I love it. I'm gonna make Reid read it.
Yeah, she wouldn't shut up about it.
That'll make Steven really happy to hear.
I didn't read any Image that I can remember.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, I know. Why am I here? Why am I here?
It's nice to have you here.
Is it?
Yeah.
We like you.
Well, you're lying.
I wish these publishers on their websites would have like just a page that's like the releases for 2020. So that I can remember what came out, because I have no idea.
Someone's probably made that online.
Probably, but I don't know where it is.
You know, there's probably a list on Goodreads. Goodreads has these like lists that people make. Just saying.
I just like. Can you just put in my Goodreads for me? I just text you like, I read this.
I'll find
5
a list.
stars.
Yeah, I'll be like, okay, I'm updating Maddie's Goodreads.
You haven't even offered to do that for me.
You know, it's too much work for you.
Are you guys fighting again? This is uncomfortable.
We've never stopped.
The energy we create in the studio right now is really uncomfortable. Okay.
So sorry, Maddie. Favorite boom. I had to pick Heavy Vinyl Y2KO.
Same.
Because we waited forever, it felt like, for an end to that story. Love Heavy Vinyl. The follow-up was even better, I'll say. I think it's even better.
It was better.
Oh, so good.
Same.
I also put Abbott on there because I read Abbott this year, and that was really, really good. You know, nice. Queer black lady detective that's also a witch. Done.
Lovely. Love it. Yeah, guys, people, Reid is definitely not joking. He read it. I just want to make that clear because I think, you know, the way you said it.
No, I didn't read
it. I thought you read it.
No. I was like, you're joking. I thought you read it.
I didn't. No, I read it.
You read Heavy Vinyl. How did you not read the...
I forgot. It's sitting over here, I think, and I was
going to say it's not in here. I couldn't find it.
You kept on being like, read it. Hey, you need to read it.
I thought you read it.
Hey, read it. Hey, it's been...
All right, kick him off, Maddie. I'm done with him.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm already mad.
I almost did for the bit, but I can't. I feel bad.
I've almost left like 80 times for a bit, and it's just not worth it anymore.
All right, well, you need to read that tonight, Reid. It's
Hayden's favorite boom is Labyrinth Coronation. And Jessica said, thank you, Kristan, for avant-gardes.
Oh, I'm so excited you love it. It's so good.
Yeah, thanks, Kristan.
Worst boom, Buffy. Sorry, says Hayden.
Hayden, I'm getting caught up. I think January is going to be my Buffy catch-up and One
That's not true. That's not true. You're not going to get caught up on Buffy in January.
How dare you?
You're going to read One Piece, which is already ridiculous.
I mean, that's fair. Maybe February.
There is one person at my job who is all about manga and anime, and I mentioned to him that you were going to try to read all of it, Jay, and he got concerned for your well-being.
Why?
Because I don't know anything about it.
I think I'm guessing like 30 volumes in, you're gonna come home one day, Reid, and I'm gonna be decked out in someone's outfit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna still be reading. Like,
one of us.
That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen.
Either that or like just the entire. I mean, I know we don't have all of it like physically, but I just imagine like just stacks of books just like piling around. And that's you now. You're just one book.
I am One Piece.
I will say it goes a lot quicker than you think. Like
bye,
Elliot. No, leave. Don't. He's right, Kara. Elliot doesn't read as much, but he read all of it for me within like a few months.
That's really nice because Reid didn't even read Heavy Vinyl for me, so.
Don't put me in this, starting this.
Oh, that's a compliment on Elliot.
I'm going to try to do things for me. Hashtag 2020 is for me.
Yeah, I know. She said, hey, Jeff Smith, I'm the only one in this house. Make it out to Reid. I'm the only one who likes bone in this house.
This happened before or after you guys got married?
This is way after.
This is this year. Yeah.
God, it's so funny. I was like, if it happened before, I hope that was included in the vows somehow.
You know what? We'll have to go back and renew our vows now.
I will say, you can
if
tell.
I ever get an autograph from Jeff Smith again, you'll be included.
My favorite thing is I like looking back at like pictures we got at conventions where like I didn't realize it at the time, but I'm sure you were like, if this shit doesn't pan out, I'm getting my picture taken with this person without you.
Like who?
Karen Gillan.
You didn't know who she was.
That doesn't mean I don't want a picture.
You know, that's
Mom
for
and Dad are fighting, guys.
That's for me.
Also, Eliza Dushku and James Marster.
Yeah.
You got one.
two. So
Yeah,
I can get
one
with you.
just one for you, because you
And
were like, if this doesn't work out, I can burn this one.
Those are my all-time favorites. I wanted them both to like hug me at the same time.
Well, and I assume those are her hall passes, right? Like that's how that works. She had to go have a picture of them both.
I
mean, James kind of looks like a dad. That like
he's a dad.
No, I know, but he
points.
But like looks like a dad that I would probably see shop at the Buckle. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I am like, in my mind, I had like a bet going that he was gonna be wearing an Affliction t-shirt.
Yeah.
He didn't.
I can see that.
And then Eliza Dushku I felt like she needed to eat a cheeseburger. I just felt bad for her. I was just nice, I was like malnourished. Like, look at those little twiggies.
She's very nice.
Like, eat. She was very nice.
Yeah.
She took a picture with Bassman.
Yeah, that's our Eliza story. There was a guy in front of us
that's the
who
greatest.
made up his own character and named him Bassman and had a net and like a fake fish in it, and it was just a whole situation. And she's like, who are you supposed to be? And he's like, I'm Bassman. And she's like, can I get a picture of you, Bassman? And it just like made his life, you could tell.
I just like that is going to be that awesome. Guy's like, he will never have a happier moment in his life. And honestly, like good for him, but that's gonna be his kink forever. It's gonna be like, I need someone to say, can I have a picture with you, Bassman? It's like, I want some, like, I wish Kristan would call me Bassman.
You took it in a weird way. I thought it was just lovely.
Oh, no. I want you to call me Bassman, and I don't understand why we haven't been able to have that happen. I know it's not happening.
That's because you told Jeff Smith it's only you in this house.
No, that's because we're fighting, and because I want to be Bassman.
Okay, so the next category is my favorite first second. Which
this was hard. Snapdragon was mine, too.
Yeah.
It wasn't mine.
Because, it took me forever to realize if we had read that this year or not, but I remember that I picked it up for you at C2, which happened this year. Is that not crazy?
And that was so early, right?
This year.
Yeah.
At some point.
So early. What was that, February? Is that right?
Yeah. It was right before everything.
Yeah, Maddie was lovely, and mine is signed to me and not Reid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, bitch. I'm sorry. I feel so I'm sorry.
You can't say that on the internet.
The people that don't like us here think it's okay.
Yeah, that's right.
I hope we get comments now that are like, they should. I hope people comment.
We'll get comments, but they just don't understand you, Reid.
They don't understand. I read Grace, the Jeff Buckley story, or based on the Jeff Buckley. And this was really fantastic. The art was like super gorgeous. And Jeff Buckley is like tight and cool and like really sad. And it was just like I didn't remember how sad everything was about Jeff Buckley. So if you want to be sad and you like sad things,
I'm in.
Read it.
Yeah.
I'm always like surprised by some of like the biographies or whatever that like First Second puts out and how much I really get interested in, like the one with Andre the Giant. Like,
yeah.
I just think like, well, and also like, obviously like I've only had 2 books published and both of them are like nonfiction books and one of them is a biography. So it's like, it was super interesting to read that. Like, cause I think I read that. Was I finished with Gigi by that time? Kristan, do you remember?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cause I think I read it after and I was like, oh, there's musicians that aren't like horrifying. And it was kind of like maybe I should try to do a book about nice people. And I really enjoyed it. And just like the art was super cool. And Jeff Buckley is just a really fascinating individual. So listen to Jeff Buckley, people, and get sad.
Yeah.
I love that. I love being sad.
I know. Being sad's dope.
I really do. I love reading stuff and crying or watching stuff and crying. Yeah. I love crying.
You know, it's a good thing. You're supposed to. There's science to it.
Yeah. I put Dragon Hoops and Pumpkinheads on this too because I could not remember what I read this year.
Yeah, my honorable mention was Dragon Hoops for a second. It's great.
Favorite manga.
My honorable mention was Chainsaw Man, which is when I was going to use the line of "It has no right to be as good as it is."
It has no right to be as good as it is. None.
And I feel like Reid, if you read that,
love it. It's dumb.
I know.
It's so dumb.
It's so dumb.
I know.
It's dumb in the best way, though.
Well, you guys can watch it. It's gonna be an anime next year too, so
yeah, we'll do that.
Thing.
Nah, we won't.
But my top manga, of course, was A Man and His Cat.
Oh, that's on my list too.
Oh,
because I couldn't choose.
It's so good.
It's so good. I still love that. It made me cry even when you were describing it, and then I hadn't read it yet. And I described it to Elliot and was crying talking about it. I hadn't read the book.
Oh,
and then I read the book and I was like,
oh. Yeah, it's lovely.
I didn't want to read it because I was so sad. I'm scared. Like, I didn't read it because I cry enough.
I feel like there's a sad element to the beginning, but it is a very hopeful, happy.
Oh yeah, it's just sweet.
Hopeful makes me cry more 90% of the time.
Yeah, that's
why
I'm
like this person did it. And I'm just like dying on the inside. And I'm like,
he's old and the cat is ugly.
The cat.
Look at this cat. Go on now.
Like, I feel like
nobody would adopt him, and then he adopted him, and his wife died.
Stop it! Damn it!
The best thing I read this year was good news text from Maddie. Where are my good news texts?
You're like, I had good news.
The house? I don't know what happened this year. I got married.
Oh, those are two huge things I want to say. Oh
yeah. I also put in Pluto because I read that for the first time this year.
Yeah.
And that was incredible.
It's a great one.
And Witch Hat Atelier because I loved it.
So good.
But yeah, it's the top ones. I think Chainsaw Man's my top because it's just I don't know what that was. It was great.
Did you finish it up?
I'm not done yet.
Okay, because
I'm saving it.
It ends the first part, and then there's more coming, but it does have like an ending. I'm curious what you think. I read it the rest last night. It's like
I will. One Piece will be first, and then I'll read it as like a palate cleanser from One Piece. So next is our top 10 reads, which was hard, and did I even write down 10?
We did skip Dark Horse.
What?
Oh, that was on the list?
That wasn't on the list.
No.
You didn't.
Was it not?
On the list.
Oh, it's on my list. What happened?
Oh,
maybe I didn't copy paste it accurately. I was just gonna say Black Hammer is still my favorite. That's all.
Harrow County and Critical Role.
Nice.
Are my favorites.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I messed up the list. But yeah, top 10. Start with 10.
Oh, did you order them?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it!
I did not.
Oh.
It's an amalgamation. I can't choose top stuff. It's hard.
Then let's just do whatever. Yeah, that's
okay.
Fine. That's fine. Do we want to do all at once or what?
Sure. Do you want to go? You can go first.
Sure. All right.
Because I only wrote down 9. I just realized.
Gotcha. Okay, so Bastard. I read this early on in the year.
Yeah.
And it was so great. I think I remember praising it to you, Maddie, on the show.
Mm-hmm.
The art, the art is so simplistic, but it's so good, and it was such a unique story. Who put this out? Fantagraphics, right?
Yeah, it's super French.
Yeah, but there was something about it. Like it's about this woman and her child.
Yes.
I have to say it like that. Her child. She is on the run from the law. She's a criminal. She's doing bad stuff. And a lot happens. Just a lot happens. And her kid's like, this is her kid with the gun. Like I don't know how old he was. He was young. He was really young. But...
Yeah, the cover makes it look like he's not a baby. And I mean, he's not a baby, but like he's a baby. You know, he's like a little boy.
He's a little boy. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot. There he is. So he's dealing with a lot with what's happening. And being on the run from the law, and it was just like, it was so good. I didn't another one of those. This shouldn't have been as good as it is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I expected. Reid bought this, and then I just took it and read it, and was like, oh gosh, this was so great. So
that's on my list as well.
Yeah, and the back of it says it's full of plot twist and high tension. That's true. It with its warm-hearted court. That's so true, though.
Accurate.
So, I didn't expect it to be as like lovely as it kind of ended up being. Like, there's a lot of like grotesque kind of things and horrible things, but then the way it wrapped up, yeah, that ending was great. So this is worth your time.
It's worth the poorly drawn penis.
Yeah, there is some nudity.
That's a seller, really.
Just to let you know,
love with that.
I feel like that's something that every cartoonist needs to eventually do. Like, every cartoonist has to have a penis drawn at some point in their book.
He says that as someone who came out with a book this year that
honestly,
I mean, that one had to have a penis in it.
Had quite a bit of penis in it, and so far disappointed that you're only one book into your list, and it's not my book, wife. So upset.
I'm sorry, we're not the number one yet.
Also, it's not on your list.
I thought it would be against the rules of marriage.
Oh, that's not true.
here's in my list: Gigi Allen, Kyrie Chancellor. Iggy Pop loved it. It's on his list.
Yeah, Iggy Pop probably didn't read shit this year.
He read that.
Yeah, well,
that counts.
Yeah, that's true. He did read that.
The Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow. I've talked about it all the time. It's lovely and just really sweet, and I want everyone to read it. Sue and Tai-chan, which is Chi Sweet Home creator, about an older cat, and the family gets a kitten and shenanigans, and it's very cute and lovely. I still love Lumberjane, so I have to put that on the list. It did end this year. I have not read the ending yet, but everything I've read is just so consistent with Lumberjanes. It's consistently just so great and wonderful, and I'm happy it exists. I also wanted to put Crowded on here because I'm not over it. I love it.
Can't shut up.
And Frankie Comics, which I made Reid, and he read in like one sitting because it's short and lovely. So and nonfiction about this couple and their cat Frankie. And Frankie's so like relatable and funny, and it's just like nonstop. I love how they like lay it out every page. It was just so well done. This was by Oni Press, and it's awesome. So Frankie Comics, Kent State. Reid has that in that room.
Yeah, I didn't grab it.
Okay, that autograph has both our names on it.
Yeah, I had to make up for that, and you were like, I don't really care about this one, but fine.
No, Durf Back Durf is awesome.
One second.
Yeah, Kent State was amazing. Everyone should read that too. I did put Snapdragon on here because I think this is
so good.
It's one of the best and most unique first, second books and comic books I've read in a long time. I'm going to read everything she puts out from now on because this was just amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. I'll never be over it. I think this is just, it's so good. So everyone should read that too. Of course, I just talked about it, but I'm going to talk about it again because I want everyone in the world to read A Man and His Cat.
Oh, it's so good.
The next volume is coming out next month. I'm so excited for it. I will get every single volume they ever put out. I don't ever want it to end. It's that kind of book. I'm just like, I will forever be happily crying at every one of these books.
I bet we'll get an anime for that eventually too. Because usually for books like that, you get anime that's like each episode's like 10 minutes, like shorter.
Oh yeah,
ones.
like the short one. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so good. So, and then finally, I had to mention, and this would be my number one. No, we're not doing that right now.
Okay.
I'm just joking. What?
No, I was just
showing
show the autograph. Show
okay.
it. I'm just messing with you, Reid.
Are you?
Uh-huh.
The book went in my mouth.
That's
Yep.
cool.
He drew that. That's a drawing. That's not on there. That's not a print. It's real. It's real.
Yeah,
life.
anyone who hasn't checked that out, that's just like, I mean, definitely the best nonfiction graphic novel I've read this year. Wonderful.
Bitch. That's that cut deep.
I'm not counting you. You don't get counted in this.
Ooh, twisted the dagger.
Okay, so my number one, of
Nerf
course,
even read it.
Is Giant Days. Giant Days ended this year. This is the last volume, and it ended so well, and I loved it. And I was really concerned because it's been like my favorite ongoing series for a long time. And I was like, if you don't nail that ending, I'm going to be upset. And I think it was really well done, and he did it. So if anyone hasn't checked out Giant Days by now, do it and love your life. Love your life. That's my list.
Really, I'd like to apologize for the amount of bitches I've said in this episode. I don't think it's not an accurate representation of me. I'm not a bitch sayer. So
What happened?
I don't know.
It's the it's the thrill of the video. Things happen.
Things happen.
Mm-hmm. It must be. It must be.
Okay, I put together top 10 reads, but it was really hard to do, and I don't even know if this is really accurate. I could remember a book that I have read tomorrow and be like, oh no, I gotta fix it. But this is what I have. Critical Role, because I really like that. Far Sector, because I loved it.
I want to read
that. Silver Surfer by Dan Slott. Animal Man by Jeff Lemire. Pluto by Naoki Urasawa. Chainsaw Man. I love Chainsaw Man. Black Hammer, Superman Smashes the Klan, that Swamp Thing, Absolute Swamp Thing, and Wonder Woman by Gail Simone.
Nice.
So that's what I put. Hopefully that is an accurate representation of what I like this year because I don't remember.
I get you. I even had a list and I kind of not sure.
No apology for penis.
Never apologize for penis. Put that on a shirt. Don't do it. Yeah.
Actually, people should apologize sometimes for penis. Isn't a joke statement. It's not a blanket statement.
Like, historically speaking, penis needs to be apologized for a lot.
If anyone's offended by penis, don't read this, but probably read it anyway. Oh, this is my number 1 pick, by the way.
Oh yeah, really? Wow, nice save. Wow, way to go.
I wish I had a GIF in here that I could put on when things are awkward. There's some GIFs on here, but most of them are sexy ladies because this is also the near mint condition account. And
so yeah, why don't you put up all the ones of Salma Hayek shaking her boobies?
I have what are some of these? This one. There we go.
Wow.
I don't have an awkward one. I need to download one.
That made it awkward.
I was gonna say, what do you mean you don't have an awkward one?
No, I want one that has ugh.
Yeah.
Face. I mean, that's what that one made us all do.
Yeah,
it's true.
There's a WAP GIF in here. I don't need to know.
Oh, interesting.
So I have a quick question. What is WAP?
Oh, Reid, stop.
I feel like this is a trap.
Don't do it. Okay, don't ask then. We'll
talk about it after the show.
No. I don't know.
No.
I was Top Dog. I don't know.
Oh, we don't know what you said. Tell us your list.
Okay. For me, my list was Bastard that Kristan showed. Rules for Dating My Daughter by Mike Dawson, which I think I talked about one time I was on here. And if not, then I definitely I talked about it at some point. Who cares? Grace is probably my number 1, but that's not the order, so I don't care. I read Little Things because I remember to grab this one by Jeffrey Brown, and I really loved this, and I didn't know what to expect because Jeffrey Brown's done some different stuff. Sorry, my headphones are caught under the chair. But yeah, it's really neat, and it's all nonfiction stuff. And Jeffrey Brown, if you didn't know, he did all of those Darth Vader as a dad books.
Oh,
yeah. And he comes from a mini comic world, which is really interesting and kind of weird because he has sex in this book, and part of me is like, whoa, buddy, children's book. And I'm like, oh, never mind, this isn't Darth Vader. But we ended up, I think this may be the one single author that me and Kristan bought the most books of this year.
I bought some for you. I haven't read any of it.
Well, not any of this, but you read the cat books.
Oh, I did. Yeah, he has some great cat books.
I'll show that because that's on my list too.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I read this.
It's so good.
Oh,
and it's great, and it's just so cute. Look at that. Look at just. Come on.
That's cute.
No words. I know it all.
It's
I got it. I figured it out. It's cute. Done.
What's so great about that is because he's talking about like his childhood cats, and there's just one cat, Misty.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you've read it, Reid, we haven't even talked about this, but that's so our cat Buffy. And I feel like anybody with a cat's probably like, oh, that's my whatever. But like, she acted like just like her, and it was so relatable and lovely. And I'm gonna do a cat comic video and include that for sure.
Yeah, it's it was great. And then the Blot, which I talked about earlier, is on there. The Why Did I Wait So Long? And then there were two others that like really surprised me. Mary Wept Over the Feet of Jesus by Chester Brown. Really kind of like surprised me. And you know, I've like got a religious background in my life and like growing up in the church, but it's like the connections between prostitution and religious obedience in the Bible. And it's really interesting.
Maddie's in.
I was raised Catholic, so please tell me more.
There's a lot of very interesting things. And I think everybody who misinterprets the Bible to say that the message of the gospel and or Jesus or the entire New Testament is anti-feminism is an idiot. Because it's the exact opposite, and there's clues written all throughout the Bible that have just had to be misconstrued and hidden because, you know, Catholic people. But it's really great. And I really, really enjoyed this book. And if you are interested in things like that, it's a good one. Also, it's so tiny, and I didn't know it was going to be tiny, and that was really sad.
It's like nice quality though. Like you showed me that. You're like, this is little. I'm like, oh, it's nice though.
Yeah, I know. If it's going to like, that's like a metaphor for my entire life. Anyway, this book is called Man-Child, and I really like this too. This is by a guy named Brian Walsby, which I don't think I showed you this, Kristan.
No. I'm like, I don't know.
The cover looks really cool already.
Yeah, he's like he did a lot of like punk rock stuff. He like went on tour with the Melvins and like did live comics like at the Melvins show, which is like silly and like cool. It's a lot of words, which is annoying because you don't like reading when you read comics, but
that's a really good way.
That's funny, but that's true.
It's true.
We've come on here and been like, there's too many words in this.
Number one complaint.
Makes it sound dumb, but
yeah, number one complaint in all like comic book reading. It's like too many words, too many notes. But it's really neat, and I didn't expect to like this as much as I did. Yeah, it's just really like all sorts of short stories about him going to punk shows and like seeing Black Flag, and yeah,
there are a lot of words in that.
That's cool.
I know.
That's very like Evan Dorkin.
Yeah.
Oh, you took them all. Yeah.
And I love Evan Dorkin, but it's like, geez, man, just draw it.
Yeah, it's why you write a novel, this graphic novel.
Yeah, if I wanted to read a book, I would have read a book. That's it. I'm done. Bye.
I loved it.
Great.
Oh no, we're obviously there. Yes, that's our pick.
I was looking at the chat because like we just ignored it for a long time.
Oh yeah. I just like Lee's from the top make it drop read, which is the WAP reference.
Reid, don't do it again.
I can't tell you there.
You can't tell you.
My favorite thing to do, this is nothing to do with anything, is at work I ask slightly older people than me if they know what OnlyFans is, because I don't. Or I just pretend not to. And it's because they don't know what to say. And if they don't know about it, then they immediately go to Google. And it's just like...
I was going to say, you're going to make someone Google something. It's going to be bad.
Oh, it's awesome.
I feel like that's a good stand-up bit.
Yeah.
Like, just talking about that.
Yeah, just like...
I want to point out that Lee said Breaking Glass is dope. Yeah, Breaking Glass is so good. That's all.
It's really good. I really like that. Because we came on the show... and over your new reader, we read Superman Smashes the Klan and Breaking Glass, which is really good.
Yeah, that was a good episode. You guys were great.
Thanks.
Just ask, what was your favorite comic or graphic novel adaptation of the year?
Ooh.
I don't know.
I know. I'm like, wait, can I think of
There's no way I could choose it. But I've never been one to be able to choose my favorite of the, like, it's just, that is so hard for me to do. There's a couple of exceptions with like movies and video games, but even those I'm like, they're my favorite, they're not good. A lot of times, right? I don't think I could choose a favorite.
I can't choose a favorite of the year. I can choose a favorite of all time.
What's your favorite of all time?
The Bill and Ted comics.
Oh man, that's still my wish list.
Oh, dude.
After we talked about it, because the movie was so good.
No, just all of it. It's so great. And the fact that Evan Dorkin was even allowed to touch a Marvel comic is the funniest thing to me. And like, obvious that like they just didn't give a shit about that book. And it's just it is the pinnacle of this should not have ever been good. And I think like the entire introduction on the collected edition is like Evan Dorkin being like, this shouldn't be good. I don't know why it's a thing, but hey, you're there. You're reading it. It's a thing.
Oh, actually, does your question mean like what, like a movie adaptation or a show adaptation?
That's what I took it as.
That's what I assumed.
I misunderstood. I
want to say the Boom Rugrats and Rocco, which I read like the later volumes early this year. And I've said it a million times on here, but they're so good. So if you liked any of those shows, like they just modernized them and it was very well done. And I don't think they're still producing any, but they were so good.
Yeah, don't sleep on that.
Yeah.
If you mean like movie adaptation of a comic book or graphic novel series, I'd have to say Old Guard, because the Netflix movie of the Old Guard was really, really good.
You're saying like adaptation.
That's what I think.
I'm like, wait.
I thought the opposite.
Yeah, me too.
Why did I'm not sure. Jessica.
That makes more sense. I don't know.
Explain yourself, Jessica.
I'm still really like I thought that The Boys was fine, but I still like there's some other things I'd much rather watch than The Boys, even though I think The Boys is really good this year. I think Old Guard, and then like second, Hayden said Birds of Prey. Honestly, I loved Birds of Prey. I really liked that movie. So I'll fight somebody about it, I guess.
I'm trying to even think of what I've watched this year. Like
it's so much
fit into that category. And then I forget what happened at the beginning of the year because of course, right? Like,
well, yeah, because it doesn't exist. And like so many things are like TV shows about comics or like movies about comics that we wouldn't realize. 1 second. Elliot asked, can I hijack the stream? I caught a Cubs show. I need Maddie to nickname him. It's a boy if that matters. Reid, can you name this Pokemon for us? Gotta give it a nickname. It's gotta be shorter than like 12 characters.
Are you thinking really hard?
It's like a bear, I think.
I'm gonna look it up.
David.
All right, so you got it, Elliot. Name it David. I totally forgot until Lee said Harley Quinn show. I forgot. So yeah, Harley Quinn show was the number one. Yeah, it's a bear with snot.
That's a Dave if I've ever seen one.
The Harley Quinn show was great, and so was Stargirl. I should have said those two. So for shows, Harley Quinn and Stargirl. Yeah.
I gotta watch those. I'm just like, I don't know what I've seen this year. That's even an adaptation.
I don't.
Which is sad.
I mean, what did we watch this year, wife?
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. A teacher.
Yeah, we've been watching that. Have you seen the commercials for that? A Teacher on Hulu?
I watched it.
Oh, you did watch it?
Yeah, it made me uncomfortable, but I watched it.
Right?
Did it end already? Because we were like behind an episode.
No, it could have ended. I mean, it could have ended after every single episode, except we watched like the first 6 in like one sitting because we're like, I don't know what to do anymore.
We were like, why are we watching this? But then we just kept watching it.
Yeah.
Like
now
one
just,
of those like
same.
I was also just like, please arrest her now. Like, it's just like, ooh, I don't like it.
Lee says someone needs to let Kyle Starks write a MASH series, which I totally agree with. Also, shout out to the Old Head, which came out this year. That was really good too.
Yeah, it is good. I read that. I did read it.
Great statement. I also love Queen's Gambit. It was really good. Also, because it's basically a sports anime, but as a live action show that's not anime.
That's on my list.
You'll love it. It's sports anime and Kentucky.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, somebody said I got an apartment off of New Circle Road, and I was like, I live near there. Maybe have before. Hayden says my favorite adaptation of the year was Black Widow. Oh wait.
Oh, I get it. Black Widow. Oh wait.
Carnes, keep up the good work. And thanks for being good company at these difficult times. Peace and love from Malaysia. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Kristan and Goodreads are married.
That's right.
Yes, true.
Christina,
some movies did come out this year. I forget about them.
That's my problem I'm having. I'm just like, what? I don't know that what?
I just watched them online now. Like Bill and Ted, I did pay. I paid for day one. I was like, no.
We need to see that.
I haven't done it yet.
I'll give you my login.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Was Disney Plus, did that launch this year?
Yeah.
No, because Mandalorian was out last year, right?
Oh, no. Okay.
What?
Yeah, it was.
Was it? I don't know.
Wasn't it?
I needed to ask that.
Yeah, it was out last year because there wasn't enough Baby Yoda stuff out by Christmas.
It was later last year, right?
That's true.
Okay.
Fine.
This is how off I am. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what exists anymore.
I think I watched Cadet Kelly.
Kenneth, you're right. Legends of Tomorrow. So good. That was so good. The ending with the thong song. Cinematic masterpiece.
Nice.
Wonderful. It is the longest year ever.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just exist in this office forever. I don't know what's going on. Who knows?
I also don't know.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Shout out to Kristan for suggesting me to read Royal City on the live chat with Jess Lemire. Loving it. Thanks a lot.
Yes, I'm so glad.
When are we going to do that?
It's so good.
We haven't read that one. We read...
let's do it.
We read Essex
Well, we're not going to do it in January. I'll tell you that.
No. Reminder for everyone. I'll be posting the details next few days, at least before the end of the year. We are reading all of One Piece in January to celebrate chapter 1000. So that's happening.
Yes. So we still do need one other show to do within that. That's not a review.
Just let me come on.
So we can fight for an hour?
No, by myself.
That'd be weird.
I don't think it'd be weird. I think I could do
this is how I feel about One Piece this week.
No, I'd be like, this is how here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna say all my unpopular opinions and just like make everybody mad because who cares? And
but people won't get mad at you.
Oh, that's right. I'm a man.
No, also
they only get mad at us.
See, Reid, when you read comics, you understand them.
It's true because I really do I get R and I get I get these
but
things.
us, we don't understand anything.
I mean,
I love that it's about a manga or whatever. Like you just don't,
look, I understand you guys didn't like it, but that's why you also didn't understand
it.
Yeah.
Man. Well, what you gonna do? Lee, I'm gonna get that Mass Effect Omni since you kept talking about it. For sure.
I have to.
Well, man, we talked for 20 minutes over, which is, it makes sense. Oh, Christina says, I have tons of One Piece figures, but I've not watched or read the series. People who started giving them to me. Christina, you've lived in Japan or been there, like me. Read One Piece. It's cool.
Yeah, do it with us.
Yeah, come along. One Piece with us.
You still have a little bit of December. You can read whatever you want then, but next month,
come along and bring along all your hopes and dreams. That's a lyric from the.
Then you'll understand your figures. You'll be ahead of the game, the head of the merch game. That's perfect. Get the Shonen Jump app. Come on.
Join us on the cruise.
Join us.
To find the One Piece.
How?
And the One Piece is not friendship. I'm just telling you right now, Kristan. It's already been confirmed. The One Piece is not friendship.
Is it gold?
No one knows. No, we haven't found it.
Oh.
There's actually One Piece.
Yeah,
so it's like a what's in the briefcase moment.
Okay,
no,
the King of the Pirates was executed. Before he was executed, he's like, you can find my treasure in one piece. It's on the Grand Line, and they sparked all these pirates going to go find it.
Is this the beginning?
Yeah.
This sounds like Deal or No Deal.
It's literally they say in the theme song.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm out. Nope.
I'm in. All in.
This seems like Deal or No Deal.
It's
you
so
gotta find the one piece in a briefcase.
I'll tell you right now, they haven't found it yet.
Well, good. I hope they never find it and it's a piece of shit.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
I'm so angry tonight.
I feel so bad.
Reid, we're not allowed to be negative on the internet. That's how this works. We're not allowed.
See, and this is one of those things because people like dog on One Piece all the time, and I love One Piece, but it's okay if they do. They haven't.
Yeah.
Everyone will come to One Piece eventually.
That's
as my cult would say. My One Piece cult.
I'll never understand. Like if you don't love, like I got this fancy Essex County beside me because I love it so much. If you don't love it, that's fine. That's fine. I still have this,
so
and I love it. Yeah, and I'm glad.
You didn't have to buy that fancy. If they don't like it, don't buy that fancy.
Yeah, don't do it. Especially don't do it now because it's grossly out of print. It's not worth your money.
It's a lot of money on eBay's.
Yeah.
The real treasures and memories they made along the way. But I guess y'all wouldn't understand that.
It's true. They don't have a clue. I get it, Lee. I understand.
Christine, if you don't like One Piece, you can just give me all your statues. It's fine.
Yeah, but maybe try it with us first.
Yeah. Just try it.
And then still
if you don't like it at the beginning, I'll tell you where to skip to, Christina. Okay? Because I didn't. I tried a lot of times, and I was like, no. So I skipped ahead to a different arc. Obsessed. Cried a lot. Still crying about it. So if someone in One Piece is like, hey, remember that whale? I'd be like...
Around what chapter do you think that was?
It's an arc called Water 7, which starts... 1 second.
I'm just curious, upon my reading, if I need to know when that specific arc that worked for you.
Yeah, so the Water 7 arc started in chapters 322. So that's where I skipped to.
That's quite. Well,
that's where I was told to skip to.
Yeah.
Because it introduced some characters that I knew that I would like, and the whole crew's basically together. And they're like, here's sad backstories. So many sad backstories.
Care about these people. Okay.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's like, hey, you see this character, they're real nice, right? Do you want to hear about how sad their life is?
You want to cry about it?
All this trauma they had when they were a child. Like, oh man.
Wow.
I do want to hear about it. Shit.
Wow.
Sad.
Yep.
Give me the sad.
All the sad. Yeah, that's it, I guess.
Sweet.
Well, Friday at midnight, the journey starts.
I'm stoked.
It's already almost like January. That's so weird.
I know. It's so weird.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I just want to start it's honestly about this One Piece situation now. I'm just like,
I love it.
I want to start it. And I feel like I can't start until I want to legit do the month thing, you know?
I'm really excited to go on this journey with you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm really excited to watch you guys eventually start to get mad.
We never get mad with each other.
Oh, Chris,
we don't do negative reviews.
No, I know.
No, there'll be some stuff to be mad about during the manga, but it's mostly just...
It's just going to be great when you guys
the women are all drawn the same way sometimes.
I just think you're going to hate it, and that's just always fun to me. Like
me?
When you guys... Yeah. When you hate something, I love it.
You think I'm going to hate it?
No, I don't actually think you're going to hate it, but part of me is like...
I don't scare Maddie.
I don't want you to hate it.
You might not like it in the beginning. That's true.
But
eventually, you will.
I was going to say, I don't think I'm going to consistently hate this.
No.
I think that's fair.
It'll get you eventually. It always does. You can't run away from the One Piece.
I'm in for the ride.
Which, again, sounds like a cult, but these are real conversations I've had in real life.
What is this, The Vow? What's happening?
Did you watch The Vow?
No, but I need to.
Oh my god. I was like, we can stay on for
I
another
want to
30 minutes.
so bad.
Forget comics. Let's talk about the Vow. Let's talk about Nixium Cult. Can we start a side
I know all about it.
Us not researching true crime at all, but just like talk about the shows we watched.
Yes.
And
we
now
should.
Maddie and Kristan will talk about the Vow. You can listen to other people talk about it, but you can listen to us instead.
You know what? If you just want to jump on our channel where we don't do anything, whenever you want, we'll go there and do whatever.
Oh, I can talk about Nixium all day.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's true. I don't know what we're talking about.
That Smallville girl that people say.
Yeah, the Nixium Cult. Yeah, what's that? I'm like, I don't know. Allison Mack. I don't
Allison Mack.
think I look like her.
Wait, Smallville?
Yeah, Allison Mack, blonde girl.
Michael Rosenbaum?
No, but he's local to us. Yeah,
he's from Newburgh.
Yeah, I know.
He made a really
his
bad
mom's
movie.
dentist.
What?
Yeah, his mom's dentist goes to. Don't say who it is. Don't say who it is. Don't do that.
Bed Bath and Beyond. That's where he goes.
All right, we'll tell Maddie that joke later.
Okay.
Nobody understands it.
All right, we got to wrap up here.
Yeah, we gotta go. Reid.
Everybody, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
this was great. Reid, thank you for hanging out.
Hey, thanks for letting me ruin your show.
You didn't ruin it. You always make it better.
True. After this, Reid's going to go to InStockTrades.com and buy me some books to make up for his situation on the show. And I'm joking. It was great, but you could do that for fun. You can get books like Snapdragon, which was one of our favorite books of the year, and other great books on InStockTrades.com, and they're the best deals. And also, you should go to microcosmpublishing.com and check out Reid's book that came out this year, and put it on your list for next year.
And you can be weirded out.
It's true. Yeah.
And also, hopefully I'm at least putting out one new book this year. So that will happen.
Yeah.
You mean next year?
This year.
Whoa.
Wow, that's productive.
Whoa. I mean, it's done, so I could. It's sitting back here. It's behind me.
Show them that cover real quick.
Okay. Exclusive.
Quick.
Let's
go.
An exclusive first look.
That's a good cover. I like
This is it. And it's hardcover.
Oh.
But it's probably not gonna be because it's too much money. It's too expensive. But hey,
it's a good one. Okay,
yeah,
check out
Reid.
Reid.
Okay, never mind. Leave. Bye.
All right, we will see you next Sunday. So see you next year, everybody.
Read One Piece.
Read One Piece.